Please listen carefully, chosen ones. Destiny is knocking at your door, and this message is not a mistake. It is a message from her. You are most likely reading this because you should be hearing it. Destiny has a way of finding the individuals who need its whispers the most. You have spent your whole life as an immovable force, a safe haven in the midst of the raging weather. Even when others scattered, you remained steady. People looked to you as the rock, the defender, the person they turned to when the ground beneath them began to crack. You felt obliged to fulfill the tasks they imposed on you, a silent contract you never signed but never questioned. However, even mountains are subject to erosion. Even the most durable steel can be bent when subjected to sufficient pressure. The infinite wisdom of the cosmos has finally come to the conclusion that it is time for a change. Whoever is more powerful than you is on their way. We are not stronger in the sense that you have come to define strength. We are not simply stronger in terms of force, resilience, or endurance. The strength of this individual will allow them to smash through barriers that you were not even aware you had constructed. They will be able to see through the armor that you wear so skillfully, the armor that you have created through multiple years of self-sacrifice and survival. Imagine a wildfire colliding with the ocean. This would be the result of two forces that cannot be prevented. Unlike the other, which embraces, cools, and reshapes, the first one eats everything that is in its path, not with the intention of defeating you, but rather to push you beyond the boundaries that you believed characterized you. This someone will test you. You had been the sole survivor, surviving in a world that frequently experienced the sensation of being a battlefield. Nevertheless, when the winter bites too hard, even lone wolves want for a pack to join. It was never intended for you to travel this journey by yourself continuously. Not only will this somebody stand next to you, but they will also take you with them when your knees eventually give out. Instead of seeing your scars as mistakes caused by fights you've fought, they will see them as blueprints to your soul. They will speak to the parts of you that no one has ever touched before, the portions that you have kept hidden away behind steel walls and solitary nights. What you are capable of doing is not the source of strengths. It results from doing something that you believed you were unable to do. Always keep that in mind, because they are going to come and demonstrate to you exactly what that means. You have triumphed over challenges that would have caused others to break, but now you are about to face something you have never experienced before. Someone who will recognize your power and still be able to outmatch it. This is not to say that they will overshadow you, but rather to lift you higher than you have ever been before. Chosen one, get ready to go. When your storm finally meets its equal, the world will never be the same again. This is the moment when everything will change. If you are ready, if you are truly ready to face the power that is meant to transform everything, then you must demonstrate that you are ready. Please click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and forward this message to someone who is in need of a wake-up call on their purpose. You are ready to rise if you are finished acting small, if you are finished carrying the world alone, and if you are ready to stand up. It is the call of destiny. Would you be willing to answer my question? Let's get started. First and foremost, when the entire universe is resting on your shoulders, chosen one, let's not sugarcoat this. You have lived your life as the stronghold that others seek refuge in when their worlds fall apart. In the midst of life's most difficult storms, you have been the unmovable rock and the constant flame. As a result of the calm power that you exude, people congregate around you. They are able to detect your steadiness in the same way that sailors rely on the North Star. On the other hand, stars burn out. When there is sufficient pressure, even pillars can crack. Both a blessing and a burden have been brought about by your strength. You maintain your composure even when others waver. You provide a safe space for them to express their worries. You mend their broken parts, and you provide warmth even when your own fire is smoldering. Becoming strong is not something you do, rather it is who you are. This is the reason why you do not complain. The question that you try to dodge like it's a painful fact is, who carries you? Let's ask it anyhow. When was the last time someone looked at you not for what you could repair, but for who you are inside, despite all of the strength that you possess? When was the last time someone looked behind the seemingly immaculate armor that you wear, the armor that was built from sacrifices that no one ever acknowledged? Having the responsibility of being the one who is strong is comparable to carrying a mountain on your back, while pretending that it is a feather. You have covered up your own difficulties, hidden your requirements, and masked your tiredness with grins that you have put on for practice. Every time you convince yourself, "I'm fine," you are adding another brick to a wall that is attempting to prevent a flood from occurring. However, the walls were not intended to be permanent. A rest is necessary for even the most fierce warrior. In the face of persistent storms, even the most robust oak tree will bend. When it comes to strength, it is not about never breaking. Rather, it is about understanding when to release someone else to stand with you. It's about acknowledging that being unbeatable comes with a price tag attached to it. And now, destiny has determined that it is time for you to meet someone who is more powerful than you, not to compete with them, but to connect with them. They won't require any explanations or condolences from you. Unbeknownst to you, they will perceive the weight that you bear without your knowledge. The strength that they possess will not outshine your own. Rather, it will complement it, filling in the gaps where your own resilience has become less impressive. There is no attempt to save anyone here. There is no need to save you. You have prevailed over conflicts that might have caused others to go to pieces. The concept of balance lies at the center of this matter. It is about being seen, truly seen, by someone who recognizes that even the most resilient hearts require a place to rest. Perhaps at first you will be resistant. You have, after all, constructed your life around the concept of self-reliance. When you entrust someone else with your responsibilities, it may feel like you are giving up. However, allowing another person to carry some of your burden does not make you weaker. It is what makes you human. It is said that even giants throw shadows as they fall, and this is accurate. Nevertheless, what if you were to learn how to lean instead of falling? What would you do if the universe sent you someone who is capable of holding you with the same level of tenacity that you have held the world? Your journey is not coming to a close, chosen one. Rather, it is progressing. The strength that you believed was just yours becomes infinite when it is shared with others. There is no threat to your level of autonomy in this situation. This is an encouragement to strive for greater heights than you ever imagined were attainable. Now the universe is speaking in a whisper. Already you've carried enough. Time has come. The second point is when the universe begins to murmur. When it sends seismic shifts your way, the universe does not yell out and proclaim them. There are no alarms that go off, nor are there any flashing lights that cover the sky. Rather, it is a whisper that travels through the secluded areas of your life, weaving signs into your days like a thread in a complex tapestry. It is not your imagination if you have recently experienced a subtle pull of change, such as a shift in the winds that are blowing about you. There is an impending coming of someone who is more powerful than you, and this is a forerunner to something huge. Are you aware of it? Did you hear the slight buzz of expectancy, which is like the air right before a rainstorm, which is electrified and alive? Possibly, you have found yourself hesitating in the middle of a thought, sensing something on the horizon that you are unable to precisely identify. What you are experiencing is the stirring of your intuition, which is your inner compass, identifying the energy of a person who has not yet crossed your path. Your spirit is aware of things even before your head is. Continually, it does. It is not a coincidence that you have this link. Rather, it is a thread in the larger plan of your life. Your energy may begin to alter in a subtle way before the indications appear. As of late, you might have experienced a sudden urge to contemplate the patterns that are no longer beneficial to you. It is possible that you will find yourself losing old habits or moving out of positions that you have outgrown, similar to how a snake sheds its skin. Not at all random is this. That is the preparation. The universe is releasing space within you, allowing way for a relationship that is so transformative that it will rewrite the tale that you have been telling yourself. Remember to pay heed to the nudges that are trying to get you to try new things. It's possible that you experienced a sense of undeniable interest about something that was outside of your comfort zone, or that you felt pulled to locations that you wouldn't ordinarily go. These are not only coincidental occurrences. The universe is playing chess while you are awestruck by the game board. These are moments that have been carefully crafted. You are being brought into alignment with someone who will not only push you, but also transform you. This is the process of shifting you piece by piece. The repetition of numbers on the clock, such as 1111 and 222, or an overheard discussion that feels like a private message from the cosmos, are examples of synchronicities that will direct you in the right direction if you are paying attention. This is a series of breadcrumbs that have been dispersed along your path, like little winks from the universe telling you that you are precisely where you should be. On the other hand, here's the problem, chosen one. The indications are only as powerful as your willingness to perceive them. Please do not consider these occurrences to be merely random. Wait for them to wake you up. They should serve as a reminder to you that the ordinary is frequently a disguise for the remarkable. Keep an open mind about the possibilities. Would you like to give something new a shot? Carry it out. You know, that pull toward a place or a person that defies explanation. Belief in it. The person you are going to meet is not only another face among the hundreds of others. They are a storm that will rock your foundations, and they are a mirror that will show you that there are aspects of yourself that you have long forgotten. This is not merely a chance meeting, rather it is a springboard. This is the cosmos in all of its vast wisdom, announcing that the moment has come. To the chosen one, you are prepared. More and more people are hearing the whispers. Take note. Take note of the signs. They are guiding you to the individual who will bring about a complete transformation. In third place is the mirror that can look beyond the realm of power. When you encounter someone who is more powerful than you, it will be as if you are standing in front of a mirror that not only reflects your own strength, but also reveals everything that you have concealed behind it. This connection will not merely acknowledge the strength that you have spent a lifetime nurturing. Rather, it will shed light on the aspects of yourself that you have guarded, avoided, or even forgotten. When you are in their presence, you will experience a level of intensity that is simultaneously familiar and unfamiliar to you. They will carry a strength that is similar to yours, but it will not be an exact reflection of which you possess. Their strength may originate from quiet knowledge, emotional depth, or an unshakable trust in themselves, in contrast to yours, which may have been derived from enduring storms and persevering in the face of insurmountable difficulties. In response to your fire, they will respond with something that is equally as violent but possibly more soft and long-lasting, like water cutting through stone over the course of time. This is not a war for ascendancy. It must be a wake-up call. The power that they possess will not be able to eclipse or compete with yours. On the contrary, it will present you with a challenge, not necessarily to demonstrate your value, but rather to broaden your knowledge of what strength may be. They will be the steady force that you did not realize you needed. They will be the same person who does not flinch when your intensity increases, or retreat when your defenses begin to take effect. Your self-reliance will not be a source of intimidation for them. Despite the fact that they will honor it, they will also see through it. Their stare will penetrate the walls that you have painstakingly established. Those unseen strongholds that have been built up over the course of years of survival. In order to see the true you, they will not ask for permission to do so. There is more to you than the picture of power that you present to the world, and they will already know this. Furthermore, in contrast to others who are just aware of your power, they will recognize the exhaustion that is behind your perseverance, the loneliness that lies behind your leadership, and the vulnerability that lies within your silence. In the beginning, you could find that you are resistant. When you allow someone to get so near to you, it can feel like you are handing them a weapon that they could use toward you. This individual, on the other hand, is not here to bring you down. Rather, they are here to boost you up in ways that you could never have believed were possible. They will show you that strength is not about how much burden you can bear on your own. Rather, it is about having enough faith in another person to share the burden with them. You can only be as powerful as the things that you are able to accept to yourself. Every interaction that you have with them will be resonating with this reality. They won't use force to compel you to face your greatest fears. Rather, they will provide you with unflinching support as you do so. Vulnerability is not the opposite of strength. Rather, it is the purest form of strength, as they will demonstrate to you. It is in their company that you will realize that being dependent on another person does not make you weak. It completes you utterly. Your combined strengths will result in a connection that is unlike anything you have ever experienced before. Eventually, you will come to the realization that discussing your struggles does not lessen your power. Rather, it amplifies it. Being the chosen one, this relationship is about more than just meeting someone who is powerful. This is about finding a strength that you have never known before, one that is created from trust, common purpose, and uncompromising authenticity. That is not all that you will see when you look in this mirror. Who you were always destined to become will become clear to you. The fourth point is that lessons should be written strong. This individual is not going to enter your life for the sole purpose of standing by your side. The very way you perceive yourself is going to be reshaped by them, and they are going to push you beyond the boundaries that you believed characterized your existence. The presence of these individuals will serve as a constant reminder that standstill is not a destination, but rather a journey. No matter how much you've been through or how many mountains you've scaled, there is always another horizon that is calling you ahead. After years of being the one that others rely on, you may find the concept of balance to be unfamiliar. This is one of the first lessons that they will educate you about equilibrium. As the provider, the problem solution, and the unrelenting protector, you have been indispensable. You have taken on the responsibility of carrying the emotional load without ever requesting anything in return. However, this individual will question that cycle, compelling you to face a reality that you have ignored for a long time. You do not have to bear everything by yourself. They will remind you that showing gratitude is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is imperative. In this lesson, you will discover that asking for assistance does not lessen your strength. Rather, it increases it. Having the fortitude to allow someone to support you is not the same thing as surrendering. They will be there for you with a strength that will not accept excuses or self-imposed isolation. They will be in your corner. They are going to put pressure on you to let up of the concept that you should always be the stronghold. Perception is going to be the next lesson they learn. The world will be viewed through a lens that is formed by experiences that are distinct from those that you have had. Their struggles will not be similar to yours, but the knowledge they have acquired will provide you with insights that you have never thought about before. You will be forced to reconsider everything you believed you knew about resiliency, success, and even love as a result of their ability to broaden your thinking. By engaging with them, you will acquire the ability to challenge your previous narratives, which are the stories you have told yourself about who you are and what you have the potential to become. They are going to assist you in identifying blind spots that you have been too close to observe. They will show you that strength is not only about endurance, it is also about change. And they will awaken possibilities that you never believed were destined for you. However, trust is likely to be the most challenging and life-changing lesson that they will impart to you. For you, trust has always been a difficult concept to grasp. It is impossible to count the number of times that you have been let down, betrayed, and left standing alone. You have constructed walls that are so tall that there are days when you are unable to look over them. On the other hand, this individual will not be discouraged by your barriers. It is not enough for them to simply seek for your trust. They will earn it gradually and steadily by their actions and their consistency. Trust is not about blind faith. Rather, it is about knowing that someone will be there for you, even when you are at your lowest point. They will demonstrate this to you. They will educate you to trust yourself once more, which is the most crucial thing. Have faith in the fact that you are deserving of love and support. Have faith in the fact that you can manage to be both strong and vulnerable without losing who you are. Have faith that you are able to stand up for yourself, even if it is not by yourself this time, but with someone by your side. These teachings are not going to come easily to you, chosen one. They will force you to change. They will test you, and they will dismantle convictions that you believed were unshakable. In spite of this, you will discover something that is significantly more powerful than strength. Freedom is waiting for you. Constructing fire with fire is the fifth example. It is not the intention of the individual who has entered your life to assume a supporting role. In your narrative, they are not merely a number or a figure in the background. They are a natural force that has been dispatched to accompany you in rewriting your destiny. You won't merely exist together, you'll also build something new. It is not something insignificant or transitory, but rather something so strong that it will have repercussions that extend well beyond your lifetimes, leaving behind a legacy that speaks more clearly than any words could ever express. It is not merely a cooperation between us. It is the result of two storms colliding and combining into a single current that cannot be stopped. This is the most fundamental and revolutionary degree of co-creation that may be found. The thing that you are about to construct together will go beyond individual objectives or ambitions that you both have in common. It will spark something more substantial, something that has a purpose, depth, and velocity that cannot be stopped. When they arrive, you will immediately sense it. It is a rare electric alignment of purpose that you will experience. You will find that their aspirations are similar to yours, but they will not be the same. If you see walls, they will see doors in those places. They are going to charge forward in the areas where you pause, drawing you along with them into the unknown. Their energy will not merely supplement yours. Rather, it will enhance it, transforming the sparks that you have into a raging inferno of possibilities. With the unrepentant fire of someone who knows you were intended for more, you will push each other. This will not be done with mild encouragement, but rather with fierce determination. They will allow you to glimpse the version of yourself that you have only imagined being, and they will challenge you to become that version. And in the same way, you will do the same for them, breaking the boundaries that they have established for themselves. The two of you will become boundless together. On the other hand, this is not simply about pursuing success or crossing off items on a list of objectives. Creation with a purpose is what this is. As you work together, the energy you generate will go outward, reaching others whose lives you may never intersect with. People are going to be able to sense the difference that you create, whether it be via the work that you do, the passion that you both have, or the way that your connection motivates people to believe in something that is bigger than themselves. There are going to be times when the route appears to be uncertain, when the risks appear to be insurmountable, and when doubt approaches like the shadows that come before morning. But this is the place when the power of trust begins to take hold. Put your faith in their toughness. Put your faith in thyself. Having faith in the fire that you both share and that will not be extinguished is essential. When you submit, you will discover that it is not defeat. Rather, it is faith in the process. Knowing that by letting go of control and leaning into the unknown together, you create space for magic that is well beyond what either of you could accomplish on your own, is what it means to have this knowledge. And here is the most profound truth. Chosen one, the cosmos has been preparing you for this moment and this moment alone. Every single obstacle, for every single heartbreak, each triumph that was well-deserved. There was a relationship between all of these things. We are at the point where fate and action collide. Purpose is ignited at this point in time. By working together, you will not only be able to move mountains, but you will also be able to transform the globe. The power of two spirits who are immovable and aligned by fate, motivated by purpose, and destined to build something that will last forever is what this brings about. You, chosen one, were never intended to be alone yourself for such a long time. Your blaze has been matched by theirs. Now create something that will remain in people's memories forever. Forged in fire, rising together is the 6th item on the list. Together with this individual, you are about to go on a journey that will not be an easy one. Meeting someone who is more powerful than you does not guarantee a life free of strife. Rather, it guarantees a life that was transformed. It is not about avoiding storms that this link is about. In order to emerge from them sharper, smarter, and more unshakable than before, it is necessary to learn how to weather conditions together. Inevitably, friction will occur. The coming together of two great souls is quite similar to the collision of fire and steel. It is fierce, volatile, and ultimately transforming. In ways that may at times feel unsettling or even uncomfortable, their power will challenge yours in a manner that will challenge you. On the other hand, growth resides in the suffering. It is the place where outdated patterns are broken down and reconstructed into something more amazing. If they maintain their position with the same level of tenacity as you do, you can find yourself in conflict with them. Rather than trying to provoke you, they will challenge you in order to assist you in seeing beyond the confines that you have constructed around your perspective. It is at these times that you will be compelled to confront aspects of yourself that you have concealed for a considerable amount of time. These aspects may include your need for control, your fear of being vulnerable, or the scars that continue to ache behind your armor. All of them are not roadblocks. Invites are what they are. Invitations to broaden your heart, increase your comprehension, and progress together as a community. The continuous presence of these individuals will serve as a mirror, reflecting not only your strengths, but also the areas in which you are lacking. Wherever you have constructed barriers, they will encourage you to construct bridges. In situations in which you have held to independence for the sake of survival, they will reveal to you that yielding does not signify weakness. Rather, it signifies faith. Your most significant accomplishment will be growth. This individual will encourage you to let rid of things that are no longer beneficial to you. The requirement to be correct, the dread of becoming dependent on another person. It is the conviction that one must bear the difficulties of life by oneself. They are going to educate you that the most courageous act of strength is to allow yourself to be seen in its entirety. imperfections, including, in exchange, your fire will spark something within them that they were unaware they required. Your ability to persevere will motivate them to overcome the constraints they have placed on themselves. You will be able to turn misfortune into fuel by working together to build a cycle of empowerment that is fueled by the hardships that you have in common. In the event that life puts you to the test, and it will, you will not face obstacles as individuals, but rather as a cohesive force. In the process of finding solutions to problems, you will become allies in every conflict. In spite of the fact that it may have caused others to break, it will only serve to strengthen your connection, because you will continue to choose each other. You are successful not because of the challenges you face, but because of how you overcome them. This link will teach you that true strength is not about being unshakable. Rather, it is about being unbreakable together instead of being unshakable individually. Knowledge of when to fight and when to give up, when to lean in and when to let go are all essential components of this skill. You are going to discover that relaxation is just as important as taking action, and that requiring assistance is not a sign of weakness, but rather of knowledge. It is not the difficulties that will characterize our connection, chosen one. When you respond, it will. In the forge where trust, love, and devotion are increased beyond measure, every quarrel, every challenge, and every shared hardship will become the forge. The way in which you confront adversity, the way in which you rise above it, and the way in which you fashion something indestructible out of the ashes will become the defining characteristics of your collective transformation into something amazing. It is not merely a matter of survival. Transcendence is what this is. Number 7, the power that comes from giving up. You have, for such a long time, been the embodiment of resiliency in your life, chosen one. Your strength has been evaluated based on how much you are able to tolerate on your own, how well you are able to weather the storms without ever having to ask for assistance. But at this moment, the universe is revealing a more profound truth to you. The only way to truly demonstrate power is not by standing alone. Rather, it is by standing together. The new person who comes into your life will not merely provide you with companionship. Rather, they will provide you with something much more profound, a shared destiny. They will be able to see through the armor that you wear so effortlessly as a means of honoring the person who is hiding behind it, rather than to tear it down. In addition to teaching you that sometimes the most courageous thing you can do is to let someone in, they will question your assumption that strength is a solitary characteristic. When you are in their company, you will feel a form of support that is not based on dependence, but rather on participation. Not only will they be there for you when things are going well, but they will also be there for you when difficulties arise in life that test every aspect of your existence. They will not attempt to decrease your strength or to overshadow it. Rather, they will intensify it, creating a fire that burns twice as brightly as it did before. You won't be asked to change. They will just ask you to be. It will not be necessary for you to demonstrate your value or act as if you are unbeatable. They will treasure the version of you that you have concealed from them, the one that yearns to be understood, to be loved without limitations, and to be at peace with themselves. You will notice something that is uncommon in their eyes, and that is acceptance without any expectations. You will have an understanding that vulnerability is power as a result of this connection. Your decision to open your heart will not be a gamble. Rather, it will be a revolution. You will come to the realization that allowing another person to assist you in carrying loads does not make you weaker. Rather, it makes you unstoppable. Trust will no longer have the same feeling as surrender. It will be a sensation of liberation. By working together, you will not only create aspirations, but also a reality that is formed from a shared purpose and a vision that is aligned. Each and every one of your actions will be driven by the shared conviction that you have in one another, in yourselves, and in the accomplishments that you are able to accomplish together. Without a shadow of a doubt, the cosmos will react to this connection with force. There will be openings in the walls that were previously there. Opportunities that appeared to be out of reach will present themselves. The cumulative effect of your energy will have a ripple effect, affecting people's lives, influencing the future, and leaving legacies. Additionally, when difficulties arise, as they will, you will not confront them as two distinct forces, but rather as a single, unconquerable might. You will no longer be able to secretly bear the weight of life's consequences. When you are in their company, you will realize that in the presence of others, strength is multiplied. I am the chosen one, and now is the moment when you will become not by yourself, but together. At this point in your journey, you have reached the next level, which is the partnership that was always intended for you. Indeed, the best is not only on its way, it has already here. Get your feet wet, ascend. Never in your life were you intended to be by yourself forever. Now join together with someone who is on the same level as you, and together you will become unbreakable. Therefore, chosen one, the purpose of this voyage has been to rediscover what it means to be truly strong, not only by standing alone, but also by standing together. When you come into contact with someone who is more powerful than you are not losing power. Rather, you are obtaining a force that is bigger than anything you could have ever imagined. It is about having a common goal, growing together as individuals, and making something that will endure beyond one's lifetime. The next chapter of your story is already being written. Believe in the procedure. Maintain an open mind. Accept what is going to happen. Those of you who found this message to be meaningful should not keep it to yourself. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and forward this video to someone who could benefit from hearing it. Leave a comment below with the number 777 if you are prepared to take the first step toward your destiny and meet someone who will alter the course of your life irrevocably. Rise up together, shall we? Your tale is not ended, rather it is just getting started.